Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our Premier League review show for round 32. Look, obviously with the news cycle being what it is, everyone's been a little bit hit for six at the moment. That coupled with FA Cup semi-final weekend moving around Premier League fixtures does make it quite hard to do a focused show right now. So I will tell you, I'm recording at 10:15 on Tuesday morning. So if things change in terms of the huge, obvious Super League story, then you'll know why those things haven't been mentioned. Also, this week, the dearly departed really lining up against the, quote, Big Six. So look, we're going to try and focus on the football. I know it's been tricky. I said yesterday on my Championship review show, it feels a bit odd analysing a penalty or a handball or a red card at the moment when there are bigger things at play. We're going to try and keep on keeping on because that's what we do. And hopefully the changes that are being suggested don't stop us being able to do that in the way we do right now in the future. I think you know what I'm saying, but we will try and move on. And if you do want my full reaction on the breaking news yesterday about the Super League, there is a video elsewhere on the channel clipped out of our Championship review. We did the last 30 minutes on that, so go and check that out. But this is going to rumble and rumble and rumble, and it's going to change as we go. We're just waiting for the key quote from a key person, and otherwise it's nothing changing really until we get some key reactions from some key people. Anyway, get into the football on the pitch in a second. Let's just say thanks to Jay Coyle. Jay is our fan sponsor, dearly departed, also known as Ben. Couldn't bear to lose us. Thank you so much to Jay. Sponsored all of the dearly departed shows this season. He got involved over on Patreon. Why don't you do the same? Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. I'm not editing that out. Absolutely not. Right. Let's check out these results that have happened so far. So look, there is round 32, and I just had to go today because you can see Villa are playing on Wednesday, West Brom are playing on Thursday. There's not much point me waiting until those games are done, frankly, especially given Sheffield United played on Saturday night. Everything will be out of date by then. So we're just going to go now with the three games that have already happened for the dearly departed, which you can see there, 17th, 18th, 19th, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, climaxing last night with the TV event of the year, really, Monday Night Football. Anyway, here are your results. Everton 2, Spurs 2. Mourinho's last stand in the end, but that's got buried in the news cycle. Newcastle 3, West Ham 2. Big implications for Sheffield United. We'll get onto that. Southampton Palace postponed because Saints playing in the Cup. Wolves 1, Sheffield United 0 is our first dearly departed game. Sheffield United are relegated. Done. We can stop adding up numbers as to what it would be for them to survive now. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. Ouch. 97th minute equaliser. We'll get onto that. Manchester United 3, Burnley 1. Obviously completely overshadowed with the Super League news breaking during that match. Leeds 1, Liverpool 1 last night. And like I say, 3 to go. Chelsea versus Brighton. Villa versus Man City is one of our games on Wednesday. And on Thursday, Leicester versus West Brom. So we only have 3 games to focus on, which we will do. And we will try and do our best to concentrate on the football. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on. As ever, we will go from highest ranked dearly departed team to lowest ranked dearly departed team, which means we're going to start with Leeds. Let's do this. So, last night, in amidst the Monday Night Football extravaganza, there was a game of football played. It was Leeds 1, Liverpool 1. Obviously, Liverpool are front and centre. Proper wrong place, wrong time for Klopp and his players. They're a bit of a lightning rod at the moment for a lot of anger and a lot of outrage. Leeds and Liverpool's a great fixture, isn't it? We've had numerous 4-3s, I think, over the years. I was listening to the Square Ball podcast the other day, and they were talking about a brilliant game with John Barnes playing incredibly. I think, was there the one with Viduka? Did Viduka score 4 against Liverpool? I think I'm remembering that correctly. And then, of course, opening day this season was 4-3 to Liverpool. So here are your teams. Meslier in goal for Leeds. Ailing, I suppose we can call him the inform, Llorente. Strauick is in there. Liam Cooper is obviously suspended after his red card against Manchester City. Alioski. Phillips is the playmaker, deep line playmaker there. You can see down the bottom there, no Rafinha. So wide, you've got Helder Costa playing and Jack Harrison. No Rodrigo still, so Dallas, who's playing beautifully anyway, and Roberts behind Pat Bamford. No Cock, Strauick over Cock at the moment at centre half. So shows how well those Leeds kind of reserve centre halves, Ailing and Strauick, particularly have filled in those positions, have done this season. There is Liverpool, Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho comes back in to play at centre half. We have had Kabak and Nat Phillips there, haven't we? Robertson, left back, Thiago, Wijnaldum, Milner, Jota, Firmino and Mane. So no Salah, and of course the central midfield and central defence there. Look, no Gomez, no Henderson, no Matip, no Van Dijk. Some key players there that have somewhat derailed Liverpool's season. Before the game, Leeds players making a complete statement there. Although as Pervader got his shirt on backwards there, looking at the back of Calvin Phillips there, football for the fans. Earn it, UEFA Champions League. So I guess this is the clubs going with UEFA if it's got the UEFA logo on it. Already immediately standing up to protest. Jurgen Klopp last night pre-game as well, saying he hadn't heard anything about the developments before the leak sort of mid-afternoon on Sunday. So we're starting to get responses now, and these managers and experienced and big-name players, Pat Bamford, James Milner, Luke Ayling, are all going to speak out and kind of echo everything everyone's saying, other than the owners of these clubs. Anyway, the game kicks off. Liverpool lead in the first half. This is a great goal, actually. It's nice to concentrate on the football. Jota, beautiful pass in behind to put... He's not even in the picture, Jota, is he? Trent on the run into the box. Cushion ball. Look at Mane, 10. He's got the run on Llorente and Strauick, and he's going to be able to stroke that into the empty net. Classic Liverpool, bang, 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 incredibly high fullback, and one of those superstar forwards knocking the goal in. Classic Liverpool under Klopp. Leeds really pushed in the second half, though, and even Klopp admitted they deserved their equaliser, even though it's going to come late in the game. That one didn't get given against Trent, trying to get his arm out of the way, so presumably got off on the arm is not in an unnatural position and not deliberate, trying to get out of the way. I guess that will be their argument for that. Bamford lobs Alisson there, hits the crossbar. Tyler Roberts in the picture there as well. Also going to miss a big 1v1 chance. So they were deserving of their equaliser. And a very popular goal last night amongst all meaning, well, about 86 sets of fans probably cheering this goal last night. Llorente heads in the corner late on, but as I say, when we look at the numbers, Leeds deserving of the equaliser, and nice to get some football out on the pitch. It did involve one of the quote big six, And although it seemed that Milner and Bamford's comments were kind of more important after the game than the actual sort of match analysis, but that's where we are with this story now, isn't it? There are the numbers proving an open game very viable for Leeds. Look at the shot map there, coupled with the 6 big chances. Look at that in isolation. Probably should have won the game, shouldn't they? 2.77 on the XG, although they did concede 1.5 worth of XG as well, if you like that sort of thing. So, open game, loads of passes, loads of chances, 1-1 draw. In the end, probably, in diplomatic terms, probably a good result for everybody, really, because if Leeds had taken Liverpool to the cleaners, I think everyone would have piled in on Liverpool. If Liverpool would have won, oh my God, imagine the negativity towards that. So, diplomatic relations helped by that goal by Diego Llorente at the end. Let's have a look at the table. Leeds in 10th in excellent form. Look at that, 11 points from 5 for Bielsa, 46 on the clock. Remember, Villa, another of our dearly departed, go to Manchester City for a tricky game, so they may well not be overtaking Leeds. We'll see. Liverpool in 6th position, and of course, everybody's looking very accusingly at the top of that table with Liverpool and Spurs and Arsenal all currently outside of Champions League qualification, which, if their owners get their wishes, will be irrelevant, and they're still going to get in anyway as founders. Goodness me. Anyway, if you think you can get your comments in on the football, give me your thoughts on the game down there in the comments. Leeds 1, Liverpool, or the Merseyside Reds, as the Leeds website very kind of provocatively called them, 1. Up next, another of the big 6. We can't get away from this. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. This, of course, Arsenal avoided the storm a little bit, didn't they? They played before news broke, sort of well and truly, although we did have some stuff going down during this game, didn't we? And a bit of a disaster now for Fulham. We are running out of time. We're running out of games. Yes, it wouldn't have been the most viable win, but a 97th minute equaliser, coupled with Newcastle's victory over West Ham, all bad news for Fulham, and a couple of late goals in the last couple of games have really, really set Fulham back in what was a quite viable challenge, wasn't it? They would have gone above Newcastle had they hung on to Alex Mitrovic's goal and the lead at Villa. But it's all turned, and 6 possible points turns into 1 possible point. Same with Wickham, actually, down the bottom of the Championship. Exactly the same things happened. Literally a 5-point swing depending on those late goals. Ifs, buts and maybes. There are your teams. Your Arsenal team: Ryan, Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel, Xhaka, Ceballos, El Neni, Martinelli, Rowe, Saka, Lacazette. For Fulham, Areola, Aina, Anderson, Adrabio, Robinson. Reed is Bobby, no Harrison today. Anguissa, Lamina. Lookman starts and comes out again. Just worried they might be overworking him. He's had a few injury niggles, hasn't he? Cavaliero and Madja up top. So Mitrovic heads back to the bench. Again, it does feel like banging on about VAR and handball and offside, which we have done a lot over the past couple of years, feels a bit reductive at the moment, given the bigger stories. But there we go. Another soul-destroying offside. This one for Arsenal. Again, I'm not going to repeat myself. The law needs to now reflect the fact that whilst that big toe, excuse me, I can't see the player because he's shadowed by Anthony Robinson, that big toe is not giving that Arsenal player significant an advantage to give a free kick. I'm sorry. Just, we've got to rewrite the wording, haven't we? There's no advantage to that big toe being offside. And my stance has got to be an element of subjectivity or some kind of change be made to that offside law, because we're just going to get soul-destroying things like this where and it's not even that player who's going to nod the ball in the end. I think Ceballos ends up heading it in, who you can see actually behind Lacazette. But we've gone on and on about this. And bigger fish to fry at the moment. Here's a penalty. Gabriel on... It's Lamina, isn't it? Stands on his foot. Lamina does throw himself theatrically to the ground. So I suppose if you were an Arsenal fan, you'd be a little bit disappointed about those two decisions going against you. But 2021, we've seen loads of them giving us a penalty. They did check on the VAR, didn't they? And went with it. Great pen by Madger. Top corner sends Ryan the wrong way. But heartbreak for Fulham. Look, the goalie's up. I think he got the flick on it. Corner outswinger goes to the far post. Bobbles across the box. Good save by Areola. But there is Eddie Nketiah to force the 97th minute equaliser in over the line. Brutal for Fulham, especially when we look at the league table. I won't pretend it would have been a viable win. Look, if you take the penalty out of that, which is, for those of you top up your XG, 0.77, it would have literally been nearly 3 versus nearly 0 on the chance creation. The shot map and everything else, 18 shots, 5 on target to 1, 11 corners to 1, 5 big chances to 1. It would have been a smash and grab, but when you get to minute 97, for goodness sake, you do always feel deflated, even though it would have been a kind of Mick McCarthy style smash and grab away win there. So disappointing for Fulham. This one, and look what it's done down the bottom there. Worst news for Sheffield United, I guess. So there is your state of play. Fulham, 1 point from the last 5 games. And remember, late goals swung against Fulham for Villa, didn't they? And wasn't there a horrible late one in one of the other games as well for them to lose? I can't quite recall, but this one as well, a late draw. It's just killed them, hasn't it? Now, 6 points gap, so it is still possible, but look at what teams like Birmingham and Coventry have done down at the bottom of the Championship. They've won 3 in 4. That's what Fulham need to do, don't they? 3 wins in 4 would take you to game 37, and Fulham would be on 36 points. That may be enough if Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle slip. Burnley's form is not good. 3 straight defeats. Newcastle's is very good, actually. 7 points in 3 and 8 points in 5. Well done, Steve Bruce, in the face of a lot of criticism there. And Brighton, they did have a back-to-back wins in there. So there's still a chance for Fulham. Being it's a snail race, isn't it, rather than F1, as we always say. But it's got to be sort of 3 wins in the next 4 to be able to move the needle. And that might not even be enough if one of those 3 teams we just mentioned puts the accelerator down, which is possible. You never know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Arsenal 1, Fulham 1. And finally, and very finally, it was Wolves 1, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United are relegated. And it's been, Paul Heckingbottom said himself, the caretaker boss there, it's been inevitable for a while. Remember the numbers, 2 points and only 2 draws and 15 defeats in the first 17 games. So it's been a case of when rather than if the Blades were going down. All confirmed now. Sheffield United down. They lost 1-0. At Wolves, there are your teams. Patricio in goal. Cody, Bolly, Saiz, the back 3. Semedo, Nuri, Moutinho, Dendoncker, Traore, Podence, and William Jose, who's on the score sheet. Did he score in the last game as well? I don't recall, but I know he'd been firing blanks, hadn't he? Ramsdale in goal for Blades. Ampadu, Egan, Bryan. So the fabled back 3, only Egan in there. Baldock and Stevens. Fleck and Norwood. Osborne, Brewster and McGoldrick up top. Is there a sense they're trying to just work Rhian Brewster in now, getting ready for first team football next season in the Championship? Here is the goal. Traore, who's an absolute animal. In fact, I've just remembered, that was who scored late against Fulham in the other game, wasn't it? Adama Traore in stoppage time. So yeah, genuinely, you could have given them 7 points from 3 as opposed to 1. Deary me. Ouch. So Traore crosses in. William Jose, what is Portuguese, so Juja, sticks it into the back of the net. Noel would have cleared one off the line. There's a chance for Baldock, for Blades, but nothing doing. And a similar pattern, really, than we've seen most of the season. A tight game. Look, one big chance apiece. The XG gives Wolves a bit of an uplift there. However, the shot map would say they probably deserved it, didn't they? A tight game. Blades, who had more possession, but kind of less of everything else, end up going under. And they are relegated. If you want to hear me talk at length about the Blades relegation, a 30-minute video already went up on Sunday morning. Thank you to the near 2,000 people who have already watched that. Brilliant stuff and brilliant support for the channel. Go and check that out. And there is the confirmation. Maximum upside for the Blades now would be 6 victories from the last 6, 18 points. Add them on, you get to 32. Burnley have 33. All done and dusted. Wolves 41 looking nice and clear. Back-to-back wins for them, like Newcastle, at exactly the right time. So Sheffield United done. If you are a dearly departed fan, remember my channel mainly covers the Championship. So please keep watching if you are a Blades fan, because we look forward. We welcome you back in the most polite way, obviously, factoring for that disappointment. We welcome you back to the Championship and look forward to great interactions, as we always do have with Blades fans next season. That's our show. Thank you again to Jay, dearly departed, also known as Ben. Couldn't bear to lose us. Look, it's a strange time, isn't it? We were saying that all the time with COVID starting, but as a football YouTuber, it's a strange time at the moment. We'll keep on top of the story. We'll keep listening. Presumably as fans and watchers will hope that there's not the damage that we feel the worst case scenario could deliver to the game. But remember, this channel is not about the Champions League. This channel is not about the, quote, Big Six. Yes, I acknowledge that Aston Villa and Leeds are very big football clubs with very big histories that we cover as part of our dearly departed. But you know that this channel has been about me covering the second tier and trekking up and down the road for no money whilst we grow the channel. It's not about the big clubs, this channel, and we will still be here whatever happens with proper football supported by people like the subscribers of these channels who, in the main, have either grown up around the areas of these teams and supported them through thick and thin, and a lot of them through thin and thinner and even more thin. This channel will continue to cover these type of teams for the fans that don't want to sit on the sofa and watch a worldwide Super League every Wednesday. So we're going to keep going whatever happens, and hopefully we'll keep some semblance of the system and the pyramid that we love, that gives everybody, West Ham and Leicester at the moment, the dream that they could get into the Champions League. And goddamn, could they even win it? That's the dream. You can't say for certain that they can't unless you stop them getting in there. So you know how we all feel about that. But please support this channel, because it's not about the big teams. We've got 30 teams we cover. We assume it'll be 30 again next season with 5 dearly departed, unless Fulham or West Brom can stay up. 24 in the Championship, and my team Ipswich, who are liable to be in League One again. So this is your place, is all I will say. And we know by the number of subscribers and interactions we get on this channel that there is a vast appetite for non-Big Six content, non-TV football on a Wednesday night content. So there you go. Again, apologies we haven't got to speak about Villa and West Brom. Villa play Wednesday night at Manchester City. No, home to Manchester City, excuse me. And West Brom play Leicester. West Brom back-to-back wins. So maybe we'll do an individual review if we get interesting results in any of those games. Look, thank you for sticking with it. It's a weird time. We're trying to keep our content streamlined and we will continue to do so. So appreciate your support. Please hit thumbs up, like, etc., etc. And it's a big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.